Good afternoon, Chloe. As we know in our chemistry lessons, we have recently been learning about substances that can be affected by adding or removing heat. Today we will be discussing and exploring a common misconception for a grade 3 student during a chemistry lesson. The misconception is associated with the concept of the change of state between a solid and liquid, which can be caused by adding or removing heat. Chloe, can you tell me what you think will happen if I apply heat to this ice cube in the water?
It will melt.
Great. Here I have a glass of boiling water. Do you know what boiling water is?
Well, it just means that it's really, really hot water.
Yes, very good. So heat has been applied to the water, in other words. Now, do you think that the volume of the water in this glass is going to become greater because the ice has melted and created more liquid, or do you think it will stay the same?
I think it will become greater because the ice will have melted, which means there'll be more water.
Okay, so that's interesting you say that, because the most common misconception students have in relation to this chemistry concept of the change of substances is that the volume will become greater when heat is applied to the ice, where in fact the volume remains the same. This is based on the fact that even though the ice cube is solid to begin with, when it turns to liquid it doesn't change the amount that it originally began with. So let's conduct an experiment now that supports this misconception. So with our glass of boiling water, let's add an ice cube and draw a line to indicate the volume of water. So Chloe, when you're ready, place the ice cube in the boiling water. Now we're going to watch as the heat is applied to the ice cube to see what happens.
It's nearly melted.
So can you see what's happening to the ice right now?
Yeah, it's melting. It's nearly melted.
And it's all melted. So, again, what did you notice about the ice, Chloe? What happened to it when heat was applied?
It melted.
Very good. Now, with the line we've indicated the level, has the volume of the water become greater or not?
Look, it stayed exactly the same.
It has, hasn't it? So, can you try and explain to me why the water level hasn't actually changed?
Because when you put the ice in, whether it's a solid or a liquid, the volume of the ice is still the same.
Very good. So, based on what you have just learnt from the misconception addressed, can you give me another example of another substance that can be affected by adding or removing heat to it?
Maybe chocolate, like maybe if you melt chocolate.
So how do we melt chocolate? Do we put it in boiling water as well?
No, you could use the heat from the saucepan or the heat from the microwave, but you have to apply heat to the chocolate for it to become a liquid, for it to melt.
Very good. Thank you very much.